Good morning. How's it going?
Doing great, Coach. Thank you for asking. And as always, Coach, we appreciate your time on what we know is a busy schedule for you all as you start your week. Coach, if you could please start us out with an opening statement about your team's most recent outing versus Jackson State.
Yeah, I played Jackson State at our place for homecoming. Had a great crowd, great atmosphere. These are the type of games that you want to coach in. If you're a player, the type of games you want to play in. So started off pretty well. We scored first. We've been having off and on trouble with our kicking game, so we ended up missing the extra point. But the game was going like we wanted it to be. A low scoring, physical, run the ball type of game. So our defense was playing well, doing a good job of containing Shador. We know they can score a lot of points, and so score was 10-6 at half. We were down, and that was after missing a chip shot field goal and an extra point. So coming out in the second half, guys competed. I think everybody left the locker room feeling like we were going to win the football game. Unfortunately, we gave up a couple more scores, but the guys played hard. Love the emotion, love the excitement, love the atmosphere. I think that's what HBCU football is all about. The bands competed hard at halftime. So it was just a great HBCU football game. We fell a little bit short at the end, 26-12. Starting quarterback Demetrius Davis kind of got banged up with a shoulder injury, kind of recurring deal. So Miles came into the game at the end and drove us down and was able to get a late touchdown, but it wasn't enough for us to mount a comeback. And so next week we're looking forward to hosting Mississippi Valley, a team that beat us last year. So I don't have to convince these guys of what they're about. Coach Dancy, talked to him during the media day, loved what they do on defense. And when I first got here, that was kind of my example of how I want us to run to the ball, because those guys play with a lot of effort on defense. They're going to play hard. So we have to put this one behind us and get ready for Mississippi Valley.
Appreciate those comments, Coach Robinson. First question goes to Donald Ware.
Coach Robinson, good morning. Donald Ware with Box to Row. How you doing?
Doing well. How's it going?
Doing pretty good. I just want to get your thoughts. I've read some quotes where you mentioned you were SWAC, or I am SWAC, in relation to what Coach Sanders may have said or what have you. I just kind of want to, can you kind of take us through that? What led you to say that? Was there a build-up there? Was there something specifically that happened during the week?
Well, I guess to me it's history, but it's still news. So I think when I looked at it, it was just a matter of, we know they were a homecoming team, but obviously, it was kind of how it felt how it fell on the schedule. So I think I kind of explained that last week. It was the first Saturday of October, and so and we're trying to get this homecoming tradition. So from that standpoint, that was the biggest thing about it. But to me, I guess if I'm gonna define when I say I am SWAC, to me is just, it's a history of Black college that we all try to represent. And I was fortunate enough, I was blessed to walk on at Alabama State on an academic scholarship. And that's how I started my love affair with the SWAC. Even before that, my dad worked at the Superdome. And so I grew up going to watch the Bayou Classic, rooting for Southern, but Grambling would beat them up most of the time and we would win the band. So it's like the halftime show. So to me, I just think that SWAC is kind of, it goes deep for me. It means something to me. Playing in the NFL, we would talk with guys who were Jimmy Smith or Ashley Ambrose, guys who were on another team in the NFL roster. I mean, you would meet after halftime, you would talk to those guys and it meant something. So we just didn't let everybody say that they were SWAC. Guys would be around the locker room saying I'm SWAC. We'd be like, nah, you're not SWAC, man. You ain't playing the SWAC. You got to earn that. So to me, when I say I'm SWAC, it's about that history of going through the HBCU ranks, riding the bus from here to Houston to play a game. Fortunately we fly now, but those are things we went through as young players coming through in the late 80s and early 90s. So I guess that's where I was from an emotional standpoint, but I don't think that had any bearing on a football game. I mean, it was a great game, great guys that played, and hopefully it can get back to the focus on the kids and not the coaches.
Last thought as a follow-up, do you have an issue with Coach Sanders or anything that he said specifically during the week or anything he said in the past?
No, not at all. I mean, we haven't talked at all during the week. We haven't talked in the past. We haven't talked since the game. So basically it's just I'm not a huge social media guy. He's more into social media, which everybody has their preference. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's been great for Jackson and great for the conference. Everything, the spotlight he's brought to the school and also to the SWAC. So I love that. That's just not me. But I think for the most part, it was just a matter of just a frustration over what I felt was not really representative of what we're trying to do as far as, having respect for both teams. And so I think that's where it came from.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.